You will feel so refreshed, completely healed. Take a sip of the spirit field, spirit field, living water. Hey, welcome, and I will say surprise, surprise, surprise. I know you're surprised to see me, especially representing my Compton hats and apparel that the Made in Compton store has been producing over there for some 11 years or so. I am representing the city of Compton right here in the city of Richmond, Virginia. I was at this historical Black college and university conference, otherwise known as the HBCU conference, here in Arlington, Virginia, actually, in the town Crystal City. How about that? So I want to, explain the experience that I had there and share some job and educational information with you all. So I just want to say, welcome back. I have been doing so many things, traveling from Las Vegas, here now in Virginia and LA, Compton, all the various places and things. So basically, what we are doing is creating an opportunity for you to connect so you can collect. And you know what that is. That's the motto for the Family Love Outreach Workshop. We're connecting families, artists, and entrepreneurs to their wealth. Yes, it's found within. We'll talk about that too. This is what we're going to use. Let me see it. Yeah. This is going to be our workbook until we make enough money that we're saying, I'm fine. I can focus on something else now. Okay? We're going to work with this little book until we've made enough, all right, to sustain ourselves and our families. So I'm going to kind of get myself together here with what I'm talking about, but I want you all to know this is the day that the Lord has made. Today is Saturday, September the 20th. And I first want to give a shout out to our studio production team over at Morris Media Studios, which they are in Los Angeles, California, the beautiful town called Leimert Park. So I want to say hi to our engineer. Hi.
Hello, thank you.
So how's everything in Los Angeles?
It's a little muggy outside. It's a little cloudy, but other than that, we don't have our normal weather, but other than that, it's really nice in LA. It's always nice in LA.
Excellent, excellent. Well, here in Virginia, it's actually sunshine and nice and warm and beautiful time here. I tell you, you just have to come and experience the East Coast. I find that we in California, we're a little more thugged out than those here in Virginia on the East Coast. I'm like, you see me repping right here, right?
I see you. I see
But I,
you.
I thought about it. I'm like, we Californians, we have become thugged out. We got to blame that on Dr. Dre, and Snoop Dogg, and who else? The Game, and Tupac, and Biggie. All of them. They made us thugs, but we love you because thug is a love life that no one can explain it unless they've lived it or experienced it. You have to understand really what it is. You're not necessarily the thug doing thug things, but you're in a thug environment that it kind of gets in you. So you start dressing a little differently. You start walking and talking a little differently in that life. But you may not be involved in, criminal activities, but because you may have children or family members or neighbors, you seem to have that little association, and they say birds of a feather flocks together. So, so I said, but I ain't ashamed. I'll take all my roots. You understand? Holy Ghost roller, Holy Ghost, what we call it. I'm a Holy Ghost rider. Yeah. I ride with the East West Riders. So, we are something else in California. That's all I can say. And what I do want to say along with that, California, I believe, changed music and they changed the world with that music. And we talking about our famous brothers again, who came with all that wonderful rap that is, kind of taking us on a somewhat degrading level to our morals and values and family ways. It's kind of taking us on a downward trend. And so my age group, I'm 63, I love to tell it, we are on a mission to bring our America, world, music life back up to a more valuable standard of life, love and compassion and supporting and helping one another and making sure everyone is well. Are you all right? You need anything? Oh, yes. Well, hold on. We have to be more concerned and considerate again. So we want to use our music to bring it back to the way it used to be, as they say, before we got hooked. And the thing is, music is soul vibrations. You understand? So we want our vibrations and our soul to be kind to us. We don't want our vibrations to be abusive and, slanderous and just, dogmatic and all that stuff. So some of that music is a little of that. So we're changing the way our music is heard and seen and presented. And guess what we're going to use to change that? We're going to use the HBCUs. You better ask somebody. Because that's the place, one, where we learn. They call it higher education. But colleges and universities are where we can really gather and get some good information, good news. We can study things that we have had a desire to know deeper about. We can, meet people from all over the world. A lot of great things happen in the college and the university life. So I'm saying this to say, if you are at a position that you don't know what else to do with yourself, you've done this, you've done that, now it's like, go to school, go to work. Nichelle, go to work queen, go to work lady. That's who she is. She is an educator of over 23 years. And she works at the Made in Compton store where I bought my Made in Compton gear. Okay. I've got some sweats that say Compton versus everybody. What? Compton ain't no joke. So we are preparing a lot of performing type projects, workshops and presentations in the city of Compton. We have a location that we've made our headquarters is called the LA Crystal Hotel. Okay, the LA Crystal Hotel. It's formerly the Crystal Casino and Hotel, the Crystal Park Hotel and Casino. Yes. It's a landmark there right off the 91 freeway. And it's just a place now that has been remodeled. And so the stigmas and the narratives that have been negative from that location and that environment, we're on a mission to change it and make it a better narrative. So Compton can now be seen as the city that's producing not only entrepreneurs and millionaires, but we're producing educators, young minds we are discovering have a capacity to learn things in the teens that college students are learning. So we want to expose our young people, our junior high and high school students to the higher and upper educational type classes. So we here in Virginia representing the HBCU conference, I tell you, the people that I met, it was over 50 contacts that I personally made in 2 days of me being there. And it's the experience is never, ever, it's like, as long as I'm in my right mind, praise the Lord, we'll never, ever forget that experience. because I came in the door looking for Grambling. Okay, where's Grambling University representation at? Where is that? I'm looking for Grambling because my family graduates and alumni of Grambling, so I wanted to see Grambling, and I was running into that was not Grambling. I was running A&M. What was it? Florida A&M and some TSU and some Southern and different other places. But I finally met someone I met a couple of people from Grambling. It was like, so we're going to team up because one thing I believe in building family legacies. I believe in letting it be known where we come from. You understand? Not just over from Africa and all that other stuff, but right here in America, wherever our parents and grandparents were born, we need to be able to follow that timeline at least for about 100 years and then some, and begin to tell a story and a legacy from that place in our family representation. So that's what I'm on. So building the legacy of the Davises. I'm a Davis girl. My dad, David Dayton Davis, was born in Lisbon, Louisiana, back in 1913. And then he had 5 children altogether, and 3 were born there in Lisbon. And the first one was Willie Davis. Willie, Willie Delford Davis. And he played professional football after graduating and going into the Army and all that. So he played with the Packers, but Grambling, is his alma mater where he started and made a great thing with Coach Eddie Robinson. So we now have connected with one of the brothers there. We're going to be making sure there's a memorial, not just a memorial, but a family business, entrepreneurial, I'm going to call it a thing until we get it organized as to what it's going to be. But it's going to be a great presentation, and it's going to include Inglewood in Louisiana and Watts Compton area, because Willie made his millions really in the California area. So we want to really spotlight those type things, highlight them really, because it'll show you what you can do when you actually do already have lots of money, how to invest it in business, how to invest it in your community, how to invest it in the people, and you will always have something there in return. So we want to talk about that throughout the rest of this year. It's about how to preserve family legacies and our issues. No matter what our families have been like, it's our family. No matter what happened, it's our family. So we are big on promoting family and keeping family together, and that's what I'm really promoting, and I'm seeking more. But to tell you all the experience, I just want you to think, do you know of the HBCU? We think in California, do we have a HBCU? The closest thing to HBCU in California, I think, is Charles Drew University. Other than that, I think our closest is in Texas. So we want to build relationships with those HBCUs that are close to us in California. And the components that they offer, we need to know, and we need to really begin to highlight it for our young people so they can have better choices and decisions to make for their path, whether it's, a 4-year, 2-year, whether it's just a career. We have to be able to lead and guide now. So we talked about humanities there. The National Endowment for the Humanities deals with history, religion, philosophy, and also creative writing. That's the part I like, literature and all of that. So I really need you all to consider going into the humanities studies, because that gives you, that opportunity to use writing, because a lot of us have writing gifts. So we want to really expound on that. So look into the National Endowment for the Humanities, because they have grants available for faculty, for HBCU students, and I'm sure things available for the average person that will, or they say, do you qualify? So we have to look and see what we qualify for. National Endowment for the Humanities, beautiful people there. National Endowment for the Arts, my God, they were beautiful. And I found out, if you want to be a panelist for the National Endowment for the Arts, go to arts.gov click on grants, and then click on volunteer. I think volunteer panelists. I think so. So you can apply to be a panelist with the National Endowment for the Arts. My goodness, oh my goodness, the FAA. I had so much fun with those FAA guys. Take flight with the FAA. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Federal Aviation Administration. So, there's aviation research, centers of excellence, aviation workforce development. We're familiar with that. They have grants available. And then they say, what is Next Gen? Next Gen stands for the FAA's Next Generation Air Transportation System. All right, now, a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure program to continuously modernize the U.S. national airspace system and the busiest and most complex aerospace system in the world. Say what? So this is really great information, Next Gen, what they're going to be doing. They have funding opportunities, as I said. So aviation research, centers of excellence, yeah, those things I told you about. So if you want to know more about this, you can go to FAA.gov, I believe, but FAA.gov, and it's so many other little slashes. I'm not going to give you that, but just go to FAA.gov and just start looking through, and you'll find what you need. Put your information that you're looking for in that search, and it'll bring up what you need. Okay, FAA.org. And this one here, first let me give this condition, because it says the Institute of Education Sciences. Now, okay, let me sit back this way. So NCES, condition of education in brief. What's the condition of education? Ooh. So the condition of education, which combines graphics and text to describe and summarize education developments and trends, is an annual report that they present to Congress, okay? And it fulfills a congressional mandate to collect, correlate, analyze, and report full and complete statistics on the condition of education in the United States. Oh my gosh. So this is a very good piece of information to have. It's actually 3 pieces, 6 pages, but back to back. So I will say it's nces.ed.gov/programs/COE/, okay? nces.ed.gov/programs/COE/ the condition of education. So it talks about student enrollment. 18.1 million students fall of 2010, 15.4 million students fall of 2021. We fell off about 3 point something million. And then the post baccalaureate enrollment, 2.9 million students in fall of 2010, so they went up a little bit, 3.1 million students in the fall of 2019. Okay, they keep going up. And then 3.2 million students in fall of 2021. So it says between fall 2010 and fall 2021, undergraduate enrollment increased. That's great. So there are areas that education is increasing. In some areas, it may be either staying the same or it hasn't gotten any more. Family characteristics. So this is what we're interested in, really getting the family on target and on, online, in line for continuing their education. We have to really encourage families and children to, look into furthering their education, and also talk to them about traveling abroad. I met the president of the Virginia Union University when I came here last year for another program that was going on, and a wonderful man of God. I have to tell you that, because, Virginia U is a Baptist college, and they've had such wonderful events there. And I remember they didn't have a choir director, and I was trying my best to get in that position, but I did not have the degree. even though I've had maybe the sweat equity, but I don't have the paper. So we're going to work on getting that taken care of here pretty soon. But they didn't have the choir director, so they weren't able to do their gospel recording project that Brother Hezekiah Walker generally does with them on a yearly basis. But I understand Hezekiah was here for the Juneteenth celebration that they had here in Virginia. They do it every year, so that'll be coming up again in June, that Father's Day weekend. So you all stay tuned. I'll keep you posted because we definitely want to make it back here for this coming year's Juneteenth. However, there at Virginia U, I had such a wonderful time. It was just remarkable last year. So when I was at the conference, I saw Dr. Lucas, Dr. Hakeem Lucas again. He saw me actually before I saw him. And I was really excited about that because someone remembered me. You understand? Someone of great status remembered me. And I tell you, that was such a remarkable time. And we have to create memories that we can share with our family. You understand? I love sharing my memories, and I just sometimes don't have the time because we're always moving. Everybody's moving. Nobody has time to listen anymore. But I'm saying take time for your family. Take time to listen to the children, especially. But exemplify some things, share some things with them so they can become interested and they can begin to do the research. Okay, we need to train our children on how to research. Look it up. Don't just Google everything. Go into, like they say, the framework of a business and see what you can find about, the person's website or their LinkedIn, check them out. We want to do the research. That's the big thing with some people, and some people don't give a care. I don't care. Just give me what I need, whatever. But we want to change these narratives. We want to change these things. That's what we're here to do. And we have a plan. It's not about there's no plan. Well, forget that. We know what we're doing. We know what we've come here to do for you. All you got to do is catch on. Catch on, baby. Get on. Get in, get on, get with it. That is the Flow City Project. That is the $1 Million March. That is the Family Love Outreach Workshop. That is the Flow 50 Project. That's the Flow 7 Plan. We got everything for you. And don't forget, where is it? How to Make $1 Million. Our book is available now, and I want you all to go on the website because you can actually order it. And we're only asking for $8. Why? Because it's not a lot of pages. It's actually the first volume. And I tell you, information in a lot of cases is free. But when we take the time to gather it and publish it, then we put the cost to it because it costs us to do a little putting together. So I do recommend that you go to the website, milliondollarmarch.us, check out the various pages there, and go to the contact us information, leave your information, and please let us work together. We can make this happen together. And how my plan originally, when I put this together, it's about my music. That's where my $1 million is. It's in the music. And since then, my children have grown up and they've become very successful in the music. So guess what? That's a part of my heritage. You understand? So I look at the whole scope. Have we made $1 million? People say, have you made $1 million? I used to say, well, no, I haven't, because I don't have it all stacked up in one place. But when I look at the years that I've put in and how I've connected people and how I've raised my children in the music, especially my 3 boys, they've got songs. My son Christian has songs on Boney James' album, songs with Kenny Lattimore singing on them. And these are nationally well-known people. So there's money tied to that. And then my middle son, Jared Olua, he has the sync licensing thing that he's been really tagging on to, and he's learned it. Now he's teaching sync licensing. So those of you who are writers, you can be so astonished to know how really easy and simple it is to get your music on a television show licensed. They will buy your music, put it in their catalog, and when a TV show or a producer is looking for some music in a different genre category, your music is in their catalog. So hey, they may listen to your music and choose your music. And if they choose your music, then that's more money. So they're going to pay you to even catalog your music. And then if your music is chosen, you're going to get more money, like that residual type of income. Yes. So these are the things that we want to teach. And all of this didn't come from a college or university background education. It came from experience, on the job training, a desire to know, a desire to do. My son Jared researched. He was on LinkedIn checking out people's profiles to see what they did, and he would email them and see how they would respond. He met a lot of people and got a lot of business, and now he serves on panels, and he does those shows on how to get your music in a sync licensing position. So we will be, sharing more information with him, Jared Oluwa, at Jared Oluwa, OLUWAJARED. And then there's my other son. He used to be known as SROC 1500 when he was working with the 1500 or Nothing crew. And I must tell you, all of my sons have worked with 1500 or Nothing. The whole Dobson family came up with us back in the 90s when we were at our Kingdom Kids Choir. And I tell you what, bam, we're going to be honoring them. We're having a reunion with our Kingdom Kids Choir, October 27th at the LA Crystal Hotel. And you see that name at the bottom, the Golden Lady, Miss Claudette Robinson. We definitely are honoring her. She's the first lady of Motown, and I'm going to be singing the songs of Motown. Yes. So if you'd like to join in and sing with us, October the 27th. And prior to that, we're going to have a whole week to basically present what we're doing. So you keep in touch. You can call me. How about that? I'm one of those old-fashioned ones. I don't have a lot going on right now, so you can call me 626-496-7496. And I'll be able to direct you in any direction you need to go. Because believe me, when you've lived as long as I have and have done as much as I have done, you are a resource provider. And that's what I've labeled myself. I provide resourceful information and sometimes resources. So I'm here to serve, and I love it. It's an excellent thing to do when you serve your fellow mankind and definitely serve the Lord. So I'm not going to take too much longer because I know the studio has, I think, another show to do. So I'm going to just take a break, and then we'll find out how much time we have left on this show. But I want you guys to pass this information on. The HBCUs are where it's at. So if you have to move to get to your closest HBCU, so you can, apply first before you move, but at least start looking into getting your education in a higher position, getting your knowledge raised to a higher level. Is that all right? Start studying. The Word of God says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, but rightly dividing the word of truth. You got to study things in order to be able to speak truth on all levels. So we'll be right back. We're going to probably share some pictures that were there at the event. And when we opened up with that piano was there at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. It's where the conference was, and I was on that piano doing something. So we'll be back. maker. I do the things that deliver you from the undertaker. I speak the word that'll make you feel so warm and tender. All right, now, so you enjoyed those pictures? And the one that was kind of turned sideways, the National Institute of Health, Path to Excellence and Innovation Initiative. This is the fact sheet that they had there. It says Presidential Executive Order 14041, the White House Initiative on Advancing Educational Equity, Excellence, and Economic Opportunity through historically Black colleges and universities, also known as HBCUs. The initiative is tasked with performing specific functions, including strengthening the capacity of HBCUs, and also, let's see, I almost lost my place, strengthening the capacities of HBCUs to participate in federal programs and access federal resources, including grants and procure opportunities, and partner with federal agencies. So this was a big deal. It was a real big deal because all of the basic agencies that I know of were there. And if there were any missing, I just don't know because I'm not in that line of service, but there were so many there. I just say everybody from the government representing what we are in need of with these initiatives were there. So that's top of the line. So the National Institutes of Health is the largest biomedical research organization in the world. How you like that? And their mission, however, less than 1% of NIH's contract awards are obligated to HBCUs. Okay, so to support the NIH mission. So this National Institute of Health Small Business Program Office administers the path to excellence and innovation as a comprehensive vehicle to strengthen the capacity of HBCUs to compete for all of these various things, win and all this stuff. So they are really here to get these HBCUs on top of their game, if you want to call it like that, because there's a lot of funding out here. And when the staff or the administration is not aware of everything, no one is letting them know, they may miss out. It's good to communicate, let everybody know, hey, there's funding available for us to carry out the initiatives, for us to, increase in our education and also in our employment. So we are on a mission, as I said, to change the condition. And I have stepped up, actually it was last year, to be the leader that I know I have been called to be. The Spirit of the Lord has chosen different people to be leaders. And when you recognize that you are a leader, then you must let the world know, let the people know whom you are to lead. I am your leader. What? Bam. So I put this here to say, Our Lady Crystal gets the job done. Support the campaign for family love and unity. Bring your creativity, gifts, and talents to the Family Love platform. That's really what we're all about. Creativity, arts, the ability to do something that you didn't necessarily learn it. You were born with it. Gifts and talents, they come from within. They come from the Most High. So this is what we're seeking to do, bring artists, entrepreneurs, and actually families together to present to them a campaign, a platform, a way, a plan for them to get out of poverty, get out of self-hatred, get out of all of the negativity that has surrounded us for so many generations. Now is the time to get clear. And I say that we need our debt clear. So I think we need to learn how to write some letters to ask some of these corporations, and people have these, what do you call those things? Those loans those student loans that have just gone crazy. I know some people have $200,000 worth of student loans. They can't afford to pay those loans. So I'm going to ask that they start writing letters to I think it's in Sacramento, the Department of Education. There's because I met some people that told me they're from, like, they were. I know she was from the department. From anyway, the point of what I'm saying, we're gonna have to get together. So you contact me because we're gonna write letters and ask for those to be cleared. Please forgive our debts. What does that say in the word? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. So we need to not only pray and ask God to forgive us of our debts that we have, created in the spiritual realm. We need to ask for these physical people to help us to get rid of our debts in the physical form, financial debt. We need to be debt free right now as a people that have suffered mightily in oh my God, the things that we've gone through as a people that has caused so much confusion in our lives and families. So call me. Y'all want to help you I want to help y'all get your things cleared. So also the U.S. Public Health. Did I say I did say enough? No, I didn't. This PEI initiative program enhancements. This a lot. This is the fact sheet. I was wondering if they had a website. Okay. I can't see. I don't have my glasses on, but it might be NIH. I think it is NIH.gov. Okay. NINIH.gov. Go there and check out the National Institutes of Health and find out what they have available. Now, here again, the U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps. So 8 steps to become a U.S. Public Health Service Commission Corps, Public Health Service Officer. What do you know about that? Probably nothing. So listen, the U.S. PHS Commission Corps is currently recruiting dedicated clinicians and public health professionals. If you are interested in being part of our service, follow the 8 steps below. They had all of this paperwork there, ladies and gentlemen. They had so much information. You would have just probably flipped your wig. So visit USPHS.gov. That's the first thing to do. USPHS.gov. Okay. Then you have this other information. So you want to know more? You can, let's see, for additional questions, contact. Oh my goodness. Okay, just go to the website, USPHS.gov. Follow the directions. If you have any questions, I'm sure they'll tell you. Click here and we'll help you out. So yes, to whom it may concern, they have these 8 uniformed services of the United States, and our mission is to protect, promote, and advance the health and safety of our nation. I know you want to be a part of that. So you have to have some type of educational background already, some type of degrees. I'm sure they'll inform you of what you need. But this is some very good information, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want to get a copy of this information, I can at least take a picture and send it to you if you call me. But the main thing is you want to get in contact with the offices that I gave you, the arts.gov, the NIH.gov, and the other .govs. But the main thing, you know what to do and you know where to go. There's so much information here. I'm going to let's see, somebody's trying.
muted. You're muted. Unmute. Unmute your mic. Nope, you're still muted. You got to click that mic and unmute yourself.
Unmute. Oh my gosh, this phone was clowning. So listen, everybody, we're about to take this thing to a close, but I wanted to just show you some of the paperwork that I received while I was there. Is that okay? Can you see that? So this is the FAA information. They're telling you, join the team. Airway transportation. And then this over here, National Endowment for the Humanities, HBCU, their information. They even have a phone number there. So this will give you some excitement just to be in an environment like that. It will really excite you and encourage you to do more. Now, I really like this Peace Corps information, becoming a more competitive candidate. Peace Corps was really an exciting thing. I remember when we were going Job Corps and all that. You can travel all over the world. So I'll say Peace Corps, peace, corps.gov. For those of you who are interested in that, this is a Homeland Security information. They're hiring Jumpstart Your Future. And this is what we have for the National Endowment for the Humanities and Arts. And one of the books they have and how they do, things with the children. This is their magazine, one of the magazines. And this company, Illusion, they had a wonderful setup of information. What they do, they offer grants and they help the youth. It says supporting the evolving needs of the HBCUs. So it's a lot. This magazine here is great. They give it away. They do have a subscription if you want to get it mailed to you. So let's see, diverse issues in higher education. So just kind of, diverseeducation.com. That's their website, diverseeducation.com. And this group here, they're doing entertainment. They're also doing the 24/7 telehealth. So you can maybe see their information. Yeah, that was great. I love those brothers. And this is the resource guide from that NIH.gov. This is a resource guide that they've put together on contracting and U.S. Department of Health and Human Service operating divisions. So it tells you all the different divisions, different ones that are part of the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, what they're offering. Okay, and this is all NASA stuff right here, too. There's a wonderful NASA presentation of the Artemis rocket. So the Peace Corps, Social Security Administration, they're hiring. And so it says here, who we are and what we do, U.S. Public Health Services. So America's health responders. So as you see all of this, you could tell I was very excited and just like, oh my gosh, overwhelmed. So I want you guys to know this is the time to take your path to a greater direction. And if you have no thoughts of where to go, what to do, ask your new leader. Take me to your leader. Ask me, darling. That's me. Ask me. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. And I have a whole crew of people that work with me. And I'm so determined to make this thing the best thing it has ever been since we came on the planet. How about that? All right. I'm going to let this thing go. Okay. 626-496-7496. Lady Crystal Davis Wells, I suppose. Talk to you later. $1,000,000march.us. Make sure you get in contact with us. Check us out. Order the book. Check out some of our artistry there. We got Mr. Jerry Bell. We have Michelle Go to Work Farrell. Her books are there and other things. So check us out. All right. Download some of my music while you're there. I love you. I love you. I love you. Just like I love the Lord, I love you too. So we'll talk to you all later, and we'll have other things to share next time we get together. Is that all right? Remember, HBCU Conference for 2023. I was there. I want to be able to inform you of all the good things that are available. Peace and blessings.